Day leader John Steenhuisen visited a community-led food garden project on the Bluff in the south of Durban early this morning to mark Women's Day. He said the project was a prime example of how unused municipal land could be put to good use. Blundi Hadebe spoke to him.
We're in the Bluff area where the Democratic Alliance have visited this area to try and make sure that the ladies that are gardening in this area have got the seeds, they've got the JoJo tank and other equipment to assist them, because they've been telling us that their JoJo tank was stolen at some time ago. That affected badly their production of vegetables in this area. But next to me is the federal leader of the Democratic Alliance, John Steenhuisen, who will briefly tell us about the initiative. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Briefly about this initiative to support the group of women from this area, Bluff area.
Yes, well, we're very grateful to be here today with a community project led by women that focuses on providing good, nutritious food for the local community, and also for ability to be able to bring in some income for these families. This is a prime example of well-located municipal land that's not being used. There's lots of land like this in urban and peri-urban South Africa. We should be using it to plant food. Nobody in this country should be going to bed hungry at night. Women bear the disproportionate burden in South Africa for providing food for their families. And projects like this, I think, if replicated, can really go a long way towards improving food security, but also making sure that women and children do not go to bed hungry at night.
As the Minister of Agriculture, will you be encouraging other community members to try and use the municipal land that is vacant to try and make sure that they have food security?
Yes, of course. So, I mean, land like this is an asset. If it's just empty, it becomes a place where criminals congregate. It becomes a place where antisocial behavior is used. So I'd rather see tracts of land like this being used for food gardens, for production of agricultural products, so that people are able to feed themselves. This is a resource. If it lies fallow, it's a wasted resource. If it's utilized to plant nutritious food for our communities, it then becomes a productive asset. And I would be, as a Minister of Agriculture as well, promoting and ensuring that municipalities around the country embark upon programs like this. eThekwini should be commended for their agro unit that focuses on urban agricultural products in the service of food security. And I think that should be replicated in municipalities across the country.
It's a Women's Day today. What is your message to women of South Africa?
My message to the women of South Africa is that they are on the forefront of fighting for a better future for our country. It has always been the women of South Africa that have led the charge from the front for not only our freedom, but then also for inclusion, for economic growth, and for the plight of our children. We are committed as the Democratic Alliance to fighting things like gender inequality, making sure that there's parity in pay for women, same pay for the same job, and making sure that women are brought to the forefront of leadership as well in organizations and institutions around the country. They say very clearly, if you strike a woman, you strike a rock. And that is absolutely right. And the women of South Africa have shown that they have the resilience of the rock to be able to hold their own and to sustain themselves and their families.
Thank you
Thank
for your
you
time.
very much. Thanks.
There was John Steenhuisen briefing us in relation to the project that they are doing today in this area of Bluff to try and assist the women. Back to you in studio.